Alright guys, so let's download VS Code. This is going to be our code editor for this tutorial. Download VS Code. If you have it already, you can skip and go to the next section, which is Android Studio, and we'll wait for it to download. So okay, so it has finished downloading. Let's install it now. Okay, so let's launch VS Code. So right now we would install our Flutter extension, right, so that we can have assistance while writing our code, and we should be able to run Flutter via this VS Code editor. So click on views, go to command palette and click on, scroll down to install. Okay, let me just type install extensions. Yeah, install extensions. So this is it, and it takes us to our extension marketplace, and I'm going to search for Flutter. So Flutter, and let's wait. So I would install this Flutter support and debugger for VS Code, and this is like the official. You can see it from thatcode.com, and 8 points as at the time of this tutorial is 8.5 downloads. So I'm going to click on install, and it's going to install Flutter in our package. So let's wait for it to install. Our extension has been installed successfully. We are good to go, and we already have VS Code. We already have VS Code editor, so we can go ahead to install Android Studio. To download Android Studio, let's go to our browser and search download Android Studio, right? Then head over to the official website. It loads, and yeah, so we can see download Android Studio from here, and we can download it from here. So clicking it, we would have to accept the terms and conditions, right? So I'm gonna click on download Android Studio, and let's wait for it to be downloaded. So now we've downloaded our Android Studio. Let's run the software and install it. So it has finished installing, and let's run it. I do not want to import settings. Okay, I want standard, so I'm just going to be going for the default things that are there, and we would need to download some of the SDKs. So make sure your internet connection is active, and I'm going to accept every terms and conditions. You can make sure you go through it. Then I'm going down to the second one to accept it, right? So after you accept the first one, make sure you accept the second one, else the button will be disabled. So I'm going to click on finish and wait for it to download some of the SDK that are needed. It's finished downloading, so let's click on finish, and it should open. Alright, so we've launched Android Studio. So let's create a new project. When you create a new project for the first time, there are some things that would need to install, some extensions that we need to install, some Gradle needs to be downloaded as well. So I'm going to click on new project, and then let me just click on empty activity, click on next, finish. Then once the project is created, good. So and as you can see, our Gradle is configuring our project, right? So when you just install Android Studio, you need to make sure your internet connection is active, right? So that it should download every other thing you need. So if I should click on it, you can see it is a background task. So I would wait for it to finish running, right? So if there's any other thing running, you need to wait so that everything can be properly configured, because sometimes Android Studio can be a pain in the ass. So you need to calm down, wait to make sure everything is working fine. So this is another thing that is downloading. So yeah, we need to be sure that you need to wait for everything to work fine. All right, now that everything has finished downloading and everything has been properly installed, as you can see, coming here, you can see that my build was complete. But yeah, you can see build successful, right? So when you install Android Studio and run it from the first time, it tries to run build and download everything that is needed, right? So but again, if yours does not do it, in order to make sure that everything is working fine, I always advise to run build again to rebuild the project. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do it. Coming down here to the main menu, go to build and click on rebuild project, right? So it's going to rebuild the project, and as you can see, my Gradle is running again. Coming down here as a background task, and coming here again, you can see it's trying to check other things, and some things are up to date, right? So if probably you're downloading some things and it stopped downloading, you just need to come here, main menu, go to build and rebuild project, right? So all right, so now that our Gradle has finished building and everything is working fine, we should let us install Flutter now. We're good to install Flutter. So in order to install Flutter, we have to download the SDK. So let's search it on Google, download Flutter SDK, press enter, and then we should be click on the first link, and okay. So as you can see, we need it for Windows, right? We are currently on Windows. If you're on Linux or macOS, you can follow those also. It's straightforward. Then I want it for desktop, yeah. Then so let's scroll down. So these are the specifications. Make sure your system meets the specifications for you download. Then to click on the download Flutter Windows for stable, and let's wait for it to download. All right, so right now our SDK has been downloaded. So let's follow the documentation and see how to install the SDK and set it up. So first step was to download it, which we've done. Then the second step is to create a folder where we can install Flutter. So yeah, you can create the folder anywhere on your computer. Just make sure following these warnings. Let's following this instruction from here, I can install it in my user app data local. So coming down here, this is my local disk. Going to users, going to user, yeah, so that's my user. Coming down to app data, so it might be your username or whatever is there, but on my own case, this is my user for Windows, right? Then I'm going to look for app data and local. Perfect. So I can create a folder here called Flutter. Okay, good. So right now let's extract. Let me open this in a new window. So I need to extract this the SDK in our folder. All right. So let me drag and drop it. Coming. Okay, so everything is going to be extracted in this folder I created. So it depends on you. Your folder can be in documents. You can even leave your folder in downloads there, but most of the time someone can mistakenly delete them, so it's difficult to locate it in this location. So we've extracted the SDK here in this folder. So let me close this window. We've extracted the SDK here in this folder. So let's follow the remaining steps to see what we can do. Extract, okay, which I've done. Then now we would need to update our path variables, so that by the time we type Flutter in our command line, it should pick from there. So I'm just going to search environmental variables here. Good. So coming down here in system properties, whichever way you are, but again we're editing the environmental variables, right? So you can search it on your Windows and it will come up, or you can search system properties. So I'm going to click on environmental variables here, going to the paths, click on edit, and we're going to add a new path. So I'm going to click on new. So now right now we need to add the location where Flutter is, where we extracted our folder, right? So let's scroll down and see. Okay, so I'm going to go inside this folder. We need the bin. Okay, good. Okay, so let me close this folder. All right, so yeah, I can just copy this part from here, right? This, we are interested in the bin folder, so I can just take my mouse here and copy the part, Ctrl C, or you right click and click on Ctrl C. So that is the part we are interested in. So coming down here, click on new and paste it. So click on OK, click on OK, right? So let me be sure it's there. Parts, edit. All right. The documentation says it should be at the first, so let's move it up and move it up again, right? So Flutter should be at the first location. So click on OK and click on OK, click on OK. All right. So let's see. Okay. So I think we're good to go. Right, so open your command prompt, Windows arrow cmd. This is a shortcut for it. Then type Flutter doctor. Press enter. Then let's wait for it to run some setup. If you press Flutter doctor and does not work, it means your part is not properly configured, right? So be sure it's you properly configured it. All right, again we're interested in the bin folder, so wherever you extracted your file, locate the bin folder, which is this, then copy it from here, then add it to your path. So let's see what Flutter doctor gives us. We can see welcome to Flutter, and I think we need to accept some terms and conditions. Okay, right now running Flutter doctor, we are getting Okay, running Flutter Doctor. So let's see. Android tool chain developed for Android devices. Command line tools component is missing. So this is missing our Android Studio, and Android license status is unknown. So let us first of all fix the command line tools. We'll do that by entering our Android Studio, which we just installed. Then click on settings. Click on SDK manager. Alright, so let's wait for it to load. We need SDK tools. Then let's locate Android SDK command line tool. So we need to download this and click on apply. Okay, so click on apply and it should download. So let's wait while it downloads. Okay, so now it's done downloading, so click on finish, and as you can see the check is there. Then click on OK. So we'd need to run Flutter Doctor again. So let me close this terminal and open it, then Flutter Doctor. So without Android Studio you cannot build Android applications, right? So let's run Flutter Doctor and see if there's any other issue. Okay, so we can see this has been done. Android toolchain. Okay, there's a warning, but that warning can be fixed using this. So we can see the command here. Some Android licenses not accepted. To resolve this, run Flutter Doctor. This command. So I'm going to copy it and paste it. Press enter. So it fetches whatever we need, and I'm just going to click on y, which is yes, y again, and everything is accepted. So let's run Flutter Doctor again to be sure that we do not have any issues. Everything seems to be working fine. Flutter channel, Windows, Android tool join, Chrome for web. We can use Flutter to build front-end applications for the web as well. Android Studio is installed. Okay, VS Code is here. I don't need Visual Studio Code for Windows app. For now, I do not need it. We do not need it because we are going to be concentrating on Android and iOS applications. We are not building Windows app, so everything seems to be working fine. So congratulations, you have successfully installed Flutter and we are set to start writing codes.